Hey y'all, TreyGamr58 here. Finally, E3 is back. I was sure it was going to be canceled this year. I know it was canceled last year because, well, you know why. Well, E3 went fully digital, and also the Summer's Games Fest happened right before it, so I'll probably add a game or two from there. The rules still apply. I'm looking for newly revealed games shown off between the start of June to the end of E3. Also, needless to say, these are all games that interest me personally. And personally, I think this year's was a good year. I mean, my wallet is already begging for mercy, so this video is already a month late, so let's just do this. Now this one's barely getting on the list, based solely on the fact that I've been wanting a new Sonic game real bad. It was barely teased right before the E3 month. Not even a title drop. I thought there was going to be at least something else, at least something about it during E3, or at least that 30th anniversary event. Easily could have been my #1 pick, but oh well, this one just barely gets on my list. Also, while I'm being loose on my rules, I'm gonna add a tie. Elden Ring. It was teased E3 2019, but the Games Fest trailer may have sold me on it. I haven't played a Souls game in like years, so this being set in a truly open world with wandering monsters ready to pulverize any adventures they come across, it's really reeling me in.
Please sign my petition.
Of all the pixely artsy games that get shown off, this one has caught my attention. Replaced. I'm loving the look, the feel, the atmosphere, and the thick, heavy combat that was shown off. I want to see more. I don't really have much else to say besides that it looks really good and it looks really good to play. I wouldn't mind checking it out. I hope I don't forget about it, to be honest. Monkey Ball! Return to Monkey Ball! Return of... Now, I've never played Monkey Ball before, but I've always known of its presence, and I always wanted to try it out as a kid. I was somewhat interested in getting the Banana Blitz remake, but I heard BB was when the series got stale and babyish, and I was being a cheapskate, and I was hoping to try out the GameCube originals at some point, and... well... looks like this game is going to do exactly that last thing, bring back 300 levels from those challenging classics. Since the price for Banana Blitz HD is at a point that I'm willing to buy, I may pick that up in preparation, since I heard BB is when the series got baby easy, and that the originals are hard as nails. So much so that even these new accessibility features I heard aren't even going to give me that much help, so I'm looking forward to the punishment. Like Monkey Ball, but less alluring, I've known about Advance War's existence, and I've always thought it looked like a fun time. Looks like it plays like Fire Emblem, except I won't care if my characters die because they're all nameless grunts, and they're practically just the health and attack points for your entire unit, so... Just looking at gameplay footage, I can already think of a million ways this formula can be built upon, and I'm pretty sure there are later entries in the series that have made way for a more well-rounded experience, but I'd be perfectly content with checking out the originals. About time I finally get into this series. I heard it's really good, and I always love me a good war game. Battle wall my opponents off with just legions and legions of artillery. WarioWare is dumb fun. Nintendo should have made one for mobile back before they decided to stop making smartphone games. That would have been perfect. Get it together, Trey. We're talking about get it together. Having you control these little characters to get the micro games done is a very interesting and creative idea, and I love that they gave Wario his shoulder dash from the Wario Land series. This looks cool. Though I'm not super into how clean the newer WarioWare games look, but that's just me. I don't know, I just thought all the dirty pixel art and grunginess actually added to the whole experience, but whatever. I see that there's multiplayer. I see that there's multiplayer that's cooperative. Please tell me that there's multiplayer that's competitive, where you gotta try to clear the micro game before the other guy. That would be fun and chaotic. I would love that.
I am so proud of you.
But I'm not a rapper.
G's of the G. Objectively, the best series within the MCU. I would be absolutely down playing an RPG full of them talking crap to each other and going on ridiculous space adventures. Heck yeah. Looking at the initial reception to these trailers, I think people are being way too harsh on this one. I mean, yes, they're right to be skeptical after the nightmare landfill firebombing that was the Avengers game, which is why I think the publisher and marketing are trying their darndest to make it as obvious as possible that this is going to be a single-player game. I cannot freaking believe single-player has now become a selling point. Clown world. Post-irony clown world. Though, I think some drop-in co-op would be cool though. You know, like have some other people come in and play as the other Guardians. Speaking of, will we be able to take control of the other characters directly, or will I only be able to do nothing but bark orders and circle strafe as not Chris Pratt? Yeah, I guess having the Hollywood cast record hours upon hours upon hours of witty garbage nonstop would toll the voice acting budget way more than it's allowed to pay. Probably spend all the audio money on getting releases for them legacy hits that would instantly get this video copyright claimed if I were to pay a single note. I, too, felt really off about the voices and the looks at first, but I was getting more and more used to them as the trailer went on, so I don't think it will hamper my experience playing the game. I will say this, though. The writing and the jokes of the seemingly non-stop banter is either going to make or break this game. There better be some quieter parts, because I bet this constant quipping and wisecracking can get real annoying real fast. Especially on repeat playthroughs, which this game may want you to do, seeing from all those telltale looking player choices rearing head. Honestly, looking beyond all the potential red flags, this game looks like the best case scenario, yet budgeted case scenario, for a Guardians of the Galaxy game, and I am certainly looking forward to seeing how it turns out. Finally, a Metroid 5. Here's a timeline for any of you confused Zoomers. I'm glad to see the series actually move forward narratively. I was kinda mixed at this at first. Due to me scarfing down the best bologna sandwich I ever made during my lunch break at work, I accidentally missed the part where they said that Prime 4 was still in development and that this was to hold us over, so I thought that Prime 4 was being replaced by this regression. Look, I'm sorry, Prime was my preteen years. You know what? No, screw y'all. The Prime trilogy is better than the 2D games. I said it. I was just not impressed with what I was seeing. I mean, that frame rate was choppy. In the stream, uploaded trailers look buttery smooth. And the armor on those unkillable robots looked like plastic up close. It gave me poor vibes. It felt like I was seeing a barely optimized third-party eShop Switch game, which I know, because I've played a handful. It just gave me that kind of energy. I wasn't impressed, but I was somewhat intrigued. Metroid Dread? Yo, wasn't Metroid Dread that dead project from long ago? Yeah, it was going to be a 2D Metroid game on the DS. Like, why weren't they making more 2D Metroid games on the DS and 3DS? I mean, yeah, Prime Hunters was cool and Samus Returns was a thing, but yeah, they should have been making 2D games on the handhelds and preferably also 3D games on consoles, but we know why that wasn't a thing for a while. Yeah, Metroid Dread, I kind of dismissed it at first, but then I noticed something. The more I thought about it, the more I wanted it. And since this is like the first 2D Metroid game Nintendo has made in over almost 2 decades, I've been thinking about it a lot. So now, I want it a lot. My main concern for this is, well, how is this going to live up to the expectations of a new 2D Metroid game in a world where every dev and their petable dog has made a Metroidvania? How's Dread going to compare to Axiom Verge? How's Dread going to compare to Hollow Knight? How's Dread going to compare to Guacamelee, the Meme King? How's Dread going to compare to everything on this entire list I'm scrolling down through? This series ain't living in a vacuum anymore. What can this OG entry offer me that's not being done to death by the others? That's a big reason why I'm looking forward towards Prime 4 more. Because I don't think there's any highly detailed 3D Metroidvanias out there. Let me know if there are any. Okay, let me know if there are any. It does seem to be focusing on that aliens-inspired creepiness factor, which definitely elevated Fusion, but who knows? Let's see what surprises this game has in store for us. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good.
Как спали. Ну, чё там?
Готово.
Ну и пошли они нахрен.
Finally, a proper gameplay reveal. After years of saying that's totally a thing that was going to happen and the occasional teaser, confession time, I still need to finish Call of Pripyat. I just got to the final area and then I just stopped. Probably because of the playtime, I've been meaning to go back to it. Ever since I played Metroid 2020, you gotta be kidding me, Metro 2033, I've obtained a taste for irradiated, Slavic, post-societal Eurojank and nearly uninhabitable Chernobyl-like communist-ordained art film-like locations, gas mask in the face, AK in the hand. And then soon after, I heard about a certain series called S.T.A.L.K.E.R. There's many a game out there trying to capture that same psychic mutated magic. How's S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 going to compare to Chernobylite? How's S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 going to compare to? So I'm hoping very much that this sequel can live up to its legacy.
Bruh.
Get out of here, Stalker.
Meet Arnold. Last time he was slaughtered by a home appliance.
Okay, Nintendo, you know what many people wanted this E3. Where the hell is Pikmin 4? Here's Pikmin 4. Paper Mario looking Pikmin 4, with a focus on platforming. Now, it's missing my personal large checkbox of having a strange and alien ecology, which is a big reason why I get so fascinated by Pikmin. But this still looks really awesome. I love how it looks like there's going to be a bunch of creative uses for your minions instead of them being nothing more than window bricks and cleanup crew. There also seems to be NPCs and a bunch of other stuff. Plus, I find that being a really small in an environment like a single room to be a very cool concept that I wish more games did. So yes, Tinykin. Definitely a welcome surprise. Definitely something I and the other feral Pikmin fans are going to try to get our hands on as soon as possible.
It's party time.
Aw, yeah! Me and the boys playing old school Mario Party online! Officially! Although I think it should be, I'm rather relieved that this isn't DLC for Super Mario Party since, well, as said in the last E3 videos, I accidentally got a PAL copy and I would have had to make another eShop account to get the DLC for it, so yeah. I got it like $5 cheaper at wholesale. I didn't check what region it was. Good thing the Switch is region free. Whatever. Mario Party fun. Mario Party with friends is great, and since I'm an introvert, I'm definitely up for Mario Party with friends over Discord. I know they recently updated Super Mario Party to be able to do this already, so but I'm busy at the moment, and I believe peeps would be craving to set aside a weekend or two for the launch of, so I'm really looking forward to that, so that's why it's my #1 spot. So, there they are. My personal favorite, mostly new games, revealed mostly at E3 2021. Nothing really stood out to me that made me really go, oh yes, this is definitely my #1 pick for this year. But there's just a lot of solid stuff that would definitely put a big dent into my finances and schedule. What were your favorite games this year? Comment below, like and sub while you're at it. Anyways, I got a bunch more videos I've been meaning to get to, so I'm TreyGamr58, and until next time, until next E3 or something, something creative, I'll see you next time, so see ya.